Rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Kid can take the stage, ready to play. Weekdays at 10, the cars in the scene. Coffee in hand, they're living the dream. Question in their voice, got the whole town awake. Bringing fire to the mic, make no mistake. Shows in the corner, spitting out facts. Dropping truth bombs, ain't holding back. Can in the morning, feel the heat. From 10 a.m. CST, can take a seat. We live and loud, that break in the mind. Can and the bold. Light up your speakers, crank up the sound. They're talking about life upside down. Opinions exploding like a sonic blast. In the studio, they're built to last. With passion and grit, they engage and ignite. Every single week, they're a force can't fight. From sports to politics.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Hey, how does Fred get to say good morning before we do? What the hell? Fire the guy who put it up on screen. Oh, wait. That was... Good morning, everyone. It's Ken and Ken in the morning. Yes, we have both Kens this morning and a Fred, and we've got player news. You ready? I'm just going to jump right in. I'm not even waiting, dude. I'm just going to jump right in. Rasheed Walker expected to draw interest from the Chiefs and Pats. That's not huge news, but that's just the latest rumor. Cam Jordan might actually hit the free agent market from the Saints. That could be interesting as the Saints are rebuilding. Cam Jordan might help a certain team or two. Chiefs released defensive end Mike Donna. So he was released. You notice now we're starting to get news, right? Patriots released Antonio Gibson. Interesting. A free agent running back down. Commanders re-signed their offensive lineman Andrew Wiley, which that's the second re-sign we've had of the offseason. The first one was the Cowgirls and their running back. The Chargers, their offensive line takes another hit as center Bradley Bozeman announces his retirement. The NFL is not expected to make any major changes to the kickoff setup, and the tush push is still going to be legal because no one submitted before the deadline to ban it.
Yeah, and it looks like Elton Jenkins, Green Bay's center there from last year, will be getting cut.
I haven't gotten that far up yet. Hold on. Jesus.
Well, you're being too slow, damn it.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of other weird stuff in the news here that I'm getting. The Colts are working on re-signing Danny Dimes, a.k.a. Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a good decision. Well, hello there, Pancake.
Let me see. The Cowboys are going to put the franchise tag on George Pickens.
Oh, they actually finally announced that?
Yep. Malik Willis and Ty Simpson are among quarterbacks being evaluated by the Browns. The Falcons plan to put the franchise tag on Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm. They want to make sure they completely destroy that guy's career.
And the Falcons will release Kirk Cousins. Kirk O'Chain is a free agent. Oh, wait. And Zach Ertz does plan to play in 2026. And he may be ready by week 1, which I'm a little shocked by given his age and the injury he had last year. Also, yes, the Lions will be playing in Munich.
Right out of you.
I would say it's about a 98% chance the Bears end up playing in Spain. Look at if you didn't play in Europe last year, get your tickets ready. You're going somewhere this year. God, I hope not.
I was going to say, did you guys have an eventful show yesterday?
No, we even talked about the Bears salary cap with DJ Moore, really. We did a little bit towards the end when Broski hopped on. Yeah, Vikings want Kirk O'Chain to come back. Broski came on yesterday with a new logo, by the way. Which was
no shot.
We talked a little bit about the Bears salary cap, and we talked about the Lions salary cap and some other teams, because there isn't any real movement. And the thing is, and we're, now you're seeing the franchise tags be applied. This is what I said yesterday about it. I said, if you're Ryan Poles, if you're whoever your GM is, why have we not seen a bunch of signs? Because they want to know what the new cap number they're going to be working with. Because, like, for instance, golf, they could save $40 million in cap on a restructure, but you only get one shot a season at restructure. So, like, why would you restructure them now for 10 mil and then come to find out you really needed 25? You know what I mean? So, like, guys are waiting to restructure, and I don't blame GMs for doing that right now. And we're starting to see some franchise tags come. We should see the new cap number in a week or two. Now we're at the combine, so we're gonna be looking at players and fans are gonna be going, "Oh my God, this guy is so awesome!" But I don't care what 3 years of tape says on him. He has such an awesome workout. He needs to be the number one pick because his workout, Richardson. I mean, that's how DJ Moore got brought up, and then we were talking and Broski was actually on board with me. It's like, I don't want to trade DJ Moore, just trade DJ Moore. Like, if it's DJ Moore for Max Crosby, a part of that deal, okay, but we don't need to trade him.
I'm massively surprised to hear Broski say that, because pretty much all year he's been on the train of getting rid of him.
Oh, no, he admitted yesterday, and Joe can confirm this, that, he acknowledged that DJ Moore does a lot of stuff for this Bears team. He's an important piece of it, so. I tell you, man, Kirk Cousins, God, I mean, I know he'd probably love to go back to Minnesota on some level. But 9, they're gonna give. I mean, look, if you're the Vikings, you got to give 9 a shot.
You got to give him a shot, but you also have to put him with a legit QB too.
No, you don't. You know why? Well, no, I know, Ken, your eyes say it all, but there's a reason I say that. Because if you bring in a legit guy like Kirk Cousins, now you have a quarterback controversy. They don't want that.
You already have a quarterback controversy going on.
They want a solid backup. They want a solid backup in case he can't play. So, like a Malik Willis type, who, they're not, the fans are going to be, oh my God, make him the. Well, maybe Malik Willis is a little bit too good.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's literally ranked the number one free agent by NFL.
But you know what I mean, though? They want a guy who is a solid backup who they can give him a couple games, but they don't want a guy that's going to create a massive controversy in Minnesota right now. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, that's cool, Ivan. I mean, they have no receivers. They don't have a true number one in Vegas, but like I said, and like we said, I mean, you can try to break this down all you want. We just said that the point was DJ Moore shouldn't be traded unless it's a part of a deal, like something like that. Whether the Raiders need it or not is irrelevant to that discussion. It really is. I mean, we're just saying if it would be a part of a trade for something like that, we wouldn't be upset. Whether yeah, Joe's in that traffic mode where he's in and out.
What did he say about the Raiders?
Ivan's saying that the Raiders don't need DJ Moore. Joe, you're breaking up.
But he said something.
Yeah, would that win you the AFC West in the next 3 years?
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe not, but it's not to say. What? Well, okay, that's Fred. I don't even know what to make of that comment. I mean, I can say that they're harder. They're yeah. I mean, okay, now I get. Yeah, I mean, any professional hockey player would beat the shit out of JJ of 9. But anyway, so that's what you missed yesterday about DJ Moore. I mean, Ivan, that argument there. I mean, that in a way is irrelevant to what we were saying yesterday. Because whether they need him or not doesn't matter. Let's see. No, yes and no, right? I mean, I think they do, but okay. How do you phrase?
Well, okay. I hold on. I think I get what you're saying. You don't want a big name guy there. You want a guy that has some experience and could do the job and might do it well, but you don't want him to overshadow your project quarterback.
Yes, because you want to give 9 the year to see if you need to jettison, right? You don't want a big media controversy in Minnesota on your quarterback position. You want Nine to be secure that it's his job and he's gonna do well and blah 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 blah. You don't want the monkey on the back looking over the shoulder, playing scared kind of thing. You want to give him his full, like, this is your team, Nine. This is your team. Go out and do it. And if he can't do it, then you jettison him at the end of the year. You see what I'm saying? You Justin Fields him.
Mhm.
Mitch Trubisky him. I mean, his first season, yeah, complete wash, injury. Second season, he missed about almost half the season with injury. His stat line, though, is not completely horrendous. He did have some big moments. You saw some flash, but your sample size on him is pretty small. I think for what they spent on him, they want to give him another. I think they want to give him another year. Yes and no, Ivan. Right? Like, I don't think you care if he's too good. You want him to be too good, but like Ken said, you don't want it to be like Kirk Cousins, because just the name Kirk Cousins is going to invoke certain things within the media and the fan base, right? Like, you want, hey, we've just signed Joe. People don't know Joe, but Joe's good enough to start.
Joe Flacco, the Red Rifle.
No, I mean, like, our Joe.
Yeah, I know what you meant, but I'm saying those I think would be good. Somebody that can be serviceable and come in, but you're not going to have a whole bunch of people banging the table to get this guy to start right away.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're the Vikings, you need to give JJ McCarthy the last look, so to speak. So, Will Cameron coming back or special teams.
I was going to say, I've seen so much up in the air with different freaking coordinators. I'm not even making a guess with this one.
Yes, Ivan, exactly. You want Cooper Rush. That's a great analogy. Yes. You want a guy like Cooper Rush, like a guy that the fans are going to go, oh my God, he has to start now. But if the guy goes in, he's going to be good for the 4 or 5 games you put him in. Yeah, Cooper Rush. Yep, I like that. It's a good analogy. So I mean, but we're going to start seeing some movement. Look at, they're at the combine now. Ryan Poles just gave his first press conference this morning, and they kind of addressed like the free agency. He addressed the free agency thing. Like I said, they're kind of waiting to see what the cap is, and they got to see what's out there and what's going to trend. So I mean, this is a weird. I think the Olympics kind of throws the offseason a curve too, because everyone kind of moved focus to watching the games, and it was kind of nice, man. We didn't have football last Sunday, but God, did we have excitement? Right? We had the U.S. women's hockey team on Thursday, then we had the men's hockey team on Sunday, and a bunch of other stuff in between. We had curling controversy. I mean, come on. Curling controversy. Come on. I mean, so we
Did
had
those 2 words even go in the same sentence?
They did. There was even cursing.
Oh my God.
The guy from Canada told the guy, I think it was the guy from Canada, told the guy from the other team to go fuck himself.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, I mean, dude, that happens all the time, right? But I mean, at least from the outset, like, you're not expecting Cooper Rush to be your week 1 starter.
After he cheated, right?
Yeah, supposedly, right.
The Canadians cheat at curling.
How the fuck do you cheat at curling?
I don't know. Where there's a will, there's a way.
What do you put baby oil on the fucking son of a bitch?
No, he touched it in a certain way or something, and it was illegal. And like, so they actually, the guy was like, "Oh, we're cheating now," and then the Canadian dude was like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Which, dude, how pissed did he have to be? I've never heard a Canadian dude talk like that.
They're
yeah.
But Ivan, to your comment here, football related, the draft position thing, they don't care about until the end of the season, right? If they're like, either you're in the playoffs or you're getting a good draft pick, right? I mean, but if it's at the end of the year and Cooper Rush is now your starter, would say, in this scenario, you pretty much said JJ's gone and you're looking for a new quarterback, right? So, I mean,
either that or you capture lightning in a bottle and Cooper Rush happens to work out with that wide receiving core and you stumbled into your starting quarterback.
Yep. And that's always a possibility with a guy like that too, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. The intricacies of if there are a couple sports in the Olympics, like curling's one of them. Dude, like curling though, I mean, you gotta admit, you have the oldest athlete in the Olympics is a curler. I think was it the guy who's an alternate for the U.S. men's team's like my age. He's like in his 50s or something like that. It's some old guys curling. I mean, dude, Ken, the three of us could be a curling team. and here's our fourth. There we go. Here is your new curling team. We all could be curlers for the U.S. Olympic hockey.
Let's go.
Or U.S. Olympic curling team. I mean, because it's just that kind of sport. I mean, you know, I mean, you gotta love the Olympics, man. There's some sports that are just
they're so much fun.
You know, we can be curlers, dude. What do you think? The Ken in the morning curling team.
Heck yeah. So, do you want to hear something funny about that, Ken? Bringing up the Olympics. By the way, good morning, guys.
Morning there, buddy.
So, my dad, I don't know if you've heard the name Mike Ramsey from the 1980 Olympic team. He was the one where, in the movie The Miracle, which is my favorite hockey and probably sports movie ever, where Herbert goes, when they're playing Sweden, I think it's like in the middle of the end of the first period or second period. He's like, "Hey, Rammer, who are we playing?" And he puts his head down. He's like, "Sweden." And then Herb Brooks flips the table. He's like, "Damn right, we're playing Sweden." So my dad actually played not the actor, but he played high school tennis against the real Mike Ramsey in Minnesota. Yeah.
Fred, come on now.
Oh,
okay,
dude.
We're going way too far calling curling a sport here.
I think, personally, my favorite ones are snowboarding, the half pipe, and hockey, of course.
Yeah, Philip, it's going to start dwindling. Like I said, I think tags is the first shoe to drop, and then thanks, Ivan. Thanks. The first shoe. This is the first of the shoes, and then once they start getting they know what kind of money they're working with for their off season. I think we'll start to see signing guys.
What I want to know is how the hell are the Cowboys going to franchise tag Pickens when, at least I have heard all off season, how they're going to have to be making cuts to the roster and this, that, and the other. And Pickens for them, my point of it is Pickens for them is a luxury piece.
I'm so disappointed in you, Ken.
Yes, I know, cap magic, all that horse shit. But he's a luxury piece. Why are you going to waste your cap magic on that?
Did we not learn from our own stupidity on our own show last year when we were talking about, New Orleans can't do shit because they have no money. And then dude, come on, man. We need to learn from our own mistake here.
I mean, okay, you got a major point there because we thought they were getting fined and shit.
Dude, yeah,
I actually disagree with you, Ken, on the point that Pickens is a luxury piece. Like, I get what you're saying, but I think they absolutely need him. Like, he took their offense to a whole nother level last year. Like, having him and CD together, bro, that was a fucking legit offense to watch.
Okay.
You're talking in a league, dude, how can you say that? Look at our division with the teams that have. Look at the Bears wide receiving core. Look at the Vikings wide receiving core. The Lions, I'll give J-Mo credit. Look at their receiving core. Does not the NFC North not prove to you that these duos work? That a duo is better than, because what Green Bay does is completely different outside the box than everyone else. But you look at everyone else, dude, if you just have the one receiver, it doesn't work. But once you add that second guy, now you're cooking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Packers are the only team that really successfully does,
especially with how bad the Cowboys defense was for parts of last year. Like, I mean, when they got Quentin Williams, they got a little bit better, but then for a little bit, and then they went right back off the cliff. And even with Quentin Williams, they were off the cliff. Like
that kind of goes to my point, Joe, is that I think you could spend that Pickens money on that defense and start to get that some bitch turned around more. But believe me, I get your guys' point of having the crazy high-powered offense, but I'd rather have a little bit more balance.
Well, yeah, but Ken, if you look at free agency, right? Like,
yeah, who's out there that you're going to go get? Like
they're not going to spend the big money on Trey Hendrickson because they just got rid of the big money guy to you. They're going to draft, and they've got 2 first rounders. No, they got 1 this year. They traded one away. Remember, they got Quentin Williams. They got
Fred. Hey, Fred.
Actually, I think they traded next year's first away for Quentin Williams. I think they have 2 this year. I think they're number 12 and number 26 or something like that.
So I mean, they're going to draft. They're drafting. I mean, it's obvious they're drafting defense and they're drafting offensive line.
And I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense to me. Like you go spend what money you have to keep Pickens, keep your offense together, and then like you draft defense and you know, you can live with a young defense for a while, dude. Like as long as your offense can keep you in games, like.
And I'll tell you what, the Falcons franchise, if they franchise tag Pitts, dude, that changes the tight end situation across the league.
I feel massively bad for Pitts if they franchise tag him, just for how they've wasted that poor guy's career.
But dude, $16.3 million on the tag. I mean, that makes Cole Kmet at $10 million look like a bargain basement buy.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's real nice to get that money, but I'm pretty sure he wants to do something in this league besides catch like 20 passes.
They're not a look. Atlanta's not. Atlanta is not devoid of talent. They have a lot. of
they're not devoid of talent. They just
anytime
they call plays, they say, okay, which one takes Pitts out of it? That's the play we're calling.
They got new coaching this year. Maybe things get better.
They've had new coaching multiple times. It's like the owner's got a fucking grudge against them.
Yeah, but Raheem Morris was there for how many years was he just there? 3 years?
I thought it was only 2.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Ken on this one. Ken, the Packer fan, on this one. Like, if I'm Kyle Pitts, I don't care what they're offering me. I want the fuck out of Atlanta because they just don't use them, dude. Like, they have receivers, they have running back. He's a luxury for them at this point. I would rather go. You know where I would like to see Kyle Pitts go? Houston. Go put him with C.J. Stroud, dude, and see what happens.
I was gonna say you might be cooking with gas with that.
I mean, but look at here's the thing though too, like. Putting the tag on them, maybe they trade them. I mean, the tag him is like, oh, it's 2 first rounders. No one will ever give up 2 first rounders. Hello, you can negotiate that down, and it's been done. It could be a move by the Falcons that if they keep them, they keep them. They're happy to keep them, but it also like says, look, there's going to be a minimum price. It's not going to be cheap. We're not going to just let them walk away in free agency.
I just don't get how
Pitts. Hold give me a second, Isaac. I'll throw it to you. Pitts is a commodity that they know has value, and it's like we're not just going to let him walk out the door. We need to get something in return. So either we're going to pay him, or you're going to trade for him and give us a decent price for him, because this is their way of having some control in that situation. Go ahead, Isaac.
I'm just saying, I don't know how Atlanta doesn't use a fucking 6'4" Pitts and a 6'3" Drake London. Like, you just fucking, I mean, they've been fighting Drake London more because they realize how good he is. He's been good since USC. And fucking, and now they're just completely ignoring Pitts, who now Drake London now draws double team attention. So fucking Pitts has many opportunities.
Well,
and you're just not feeding him? I don't get it.
Well, Isaac, this goes back to like the George Pickens argument, because they have Darnell Mooney there, who's a very good number 2. He's always been a good number 2 in this league. And now Mooney is getting a lot of balls. So it's like between those 3 guys, and that is their receiving core, right?
I get it, though.
Here's the thing, though. Those 2 other guys are the ones drawing the double teams, the triple teams, the heavy coverages. And Darnell Mooney is getting open, and that's why Darnell Mooney got the ball and Pitts didn't. I mean,
But he's been hurt though. Mooney's been hurt and out of games. You know what I mean? Like Pitts
he
should
has,
be
but those are the
number
games
two option.
those games where the other two guys get the ball. When Mooney's in, he gets the majority of the balls for whatever reason. People don't cover him, which is stupid. But then if you don't cover him, you got Drake London and Pitts. So I mean, I agree with you guys that they should be using Pitts more. But I mean, look, they're going to franchise tag him because otherwise, what's your other option if you're Atlanta? If you don't franchise tag Pitts, he's going to walk out the door for free.
Oh, absolutely, he's gonna. Because shit, if I'm them, I might hold hard at that first round pick for him because he has shown when you actually give him the ball, he's an absolute fucking monster out there.
Yeah, you guys are not making bad arguments. You're making all the right arguments, and that's exactly why they're tagging him.
I don't think they're getting a first round pick for him though, Ken, to be honest with you. Like
I don't either.
He only because it's not because of the lack of talent, it's because of the lack of production. Like they haven't used him, so the Falcons have tanked his value. I don't think that it's, and I wouldn't say they've completely tanked his value. I think there's a team that would probably be willing to give you a second for him, maybe like a third, maybe a second if they see, the upside that we all seem to see, like that this dude just hasn't been used correctly, especially if you go like. This is why I said Houston would be such a good fit because what is a struggling quarterback's best friend? A good tight end.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. Some breaking news for you. The Ravens have submitted a market-topping offer to center Tyler Linderbaum.
Oh.
Well, he hasn't signed it yet.
Oh, well, with it being a market-setting offer, I got a feeling he's probably gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, look,
the Raiders can offer more.
This past year, what we're talking about with Pitts, all the tight ends were going off this year. You know what I mean? It was a big year for tight ends this year, this past season. You know what I mean? A lot of tight ends were eating, and there's no reason why Pitts, that has all the physical abilities, right? He almost was like he's almost like DK Metcalf as a tight end. You know what I mean? And you're not feeding him at all. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Right, but Isaac, let me go back to like your argument. You guys are making the same argument of why Kyle Pitts is good and shouldn't be there. That's exactly why Atlanta's doing what they're doing. You know why? Because Will Vogel's team all of a sudden says, "Oh, he's a free agent. I can get Pitts in free agency, and it costs me nothing to use him to beat the Falcons twice a season." Right? I mean. Okay, so you don't want him, cool, but you could use him, right? Because he's a good player. You're missing the bigger point here once again.
I'll gladly take him.
Is that the Falcons are making it that if you want Pitts, all these arguments you guys are making about Pitts, they're right, but you're missing the point. The point is the Falcons want to make someone pay money for him to them. By money, I mean draft capital.
Yeah, I was going to say if that's what their plan is. Then I don't have as much of an issue with it. If he's staying there, I feel absolutely terrible for this kid because I have absolutely no hope that they're gonna just magically start targeting him.
And also let's throw something else out there. If he walks away, they're not leaving with nothing because they'll get a compensatory pick. He was a first round pick. They'll get somewhere in the third round a compensatory pick. So they're not walking away with nothing. So that actually, to me, makes it a question of like, do they want to spend $17 million a year on a guy that they're not using on the franchise tag, or are they willing to let him walk, saying, "Hey, we're going to get a third round pick compensatory for him, like we don't really use him. We could use that $17 million somewhere else."
Or, I love that. That's the answer. Or. Do they maybe have plans to actually use him this year?
I have no faith in that.
Yeah.
I've heard that a couple years in a row now.
I mean, I get it.
So has Pitts.
His whole NFL career.
I get it. And us going, well, I get that too. But guys, I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, the Bears didn't start using our tight ends until halfway through the season last year. We have two really good ones. We don't know what we don't know, and who knows? Maybe Pitts is a bigger piece of that game plan because I think if everything that we're saying, you're telling me that their brand new GM, by the way, came from the Bears, Ian Cunningham, doesn't know this too. He does. Ian Cunningham knows what he's got in Pitts. If Cunningham is franchise tagging him, there's a reason for it.
Hey, though, Ken, you said a key word though on what you compared with the Bears. At halfway through the year, they used your tight ends. They
That's
didn't
what I
use
was.
Kyle
that's-
Pitts at all.
That's what I was gonna say, Isaac.
Wait, so the
Says
Falcons
they're-
may start
they're-
using theirs. We don't
they're-
know.
That's
No,
the
they-
that to me, that's the difference. Though the Bears showed that they could actually adjust and use which players had the talent and were producing, versus the Falcons. There, that when they actually give him the ball, he'll have a monster game, but then he goes on a fucking milk carton, and this
Yeah.
has been
So look,
years
though,
long.
Guys, you're talking apples and oranges though at the same time. Yes, with the old regime in Atlanta, that is true. That was everything you said is true. We can't judge the new regime in Atlanta based off what the old regime did.
But the
Because
new
they're not
regime's
the
doing the
old
same
regime,
thing.
they're the new
That's
regime.
a fair point. That's a fair point, Ken. You can't judge the new regime off the old regime. However, I think you're missing a point, which is that if you're Kyle Pitts, you really don't care about the new regime because the damage has already been done for the last 5 or 6 years to your career.
But if
Nice
you're Kyle
counter
Pitts,
right there.
you now have two options. Well, three options. You don't
Can I
sign
pull
the
a
franchise
Dennis
tag.
Green and
Hold on,
say,
Will.
They are
don't-
who we thought they
Will,
were.
hold on. You have three options. You either don't sign the franchise tag and you don't play as you hold out looking for something else. You sign it and you end up staying in Atlanta because you stay in Atlanta, or you sign it and you get traded away. Those are your three options if you're Kyle Pitts. And two of those options you're getting paid, and one of those options you're not. Right? So I mean, it's all. I hate to say it this way, but well, if you're Kyle Pitts, it's irrelevant. You have three options if you're Kyle Pitts. Really, don't play for Atlanta, or hope they trade you after you sign the tag.
But did they franchise tag him already?
They're saying they're going to.
Yes, they haven't officially done it, but they're pretty much telling everybody in the league he's getting franchised.
See,
Man,
like this is the the conundrum that he's stuck in, right? Because remember, I mean, Joe and I watch college fucking football. Kyle Pitts is one of the most fucking anticipated tight ends coming out of college football in a while.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Fucking with all his talent.
In history,
You know what I mean?
in
Yeah,
history,
in history.
he was viewed as a
history.
generational tight end. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
like
that word
whoever's
again.
getting him is going to be instantly better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because,
Oh,
he's like,
and the Falcons have ensured that he's been wildly mediocre, which is,
yeah,
is insane with that kind
Well,
of
I mean,
talent.
super
You gotta
crazy.
give- on one hand, we have to give the new regime somewhat of a benefit of the doubt, right? That maybe they will utilize them better, this, that, and the other. And I get everything you guys are saying, and I agree with what you guys are saying too. But
Mhm.
they're franchise tagging them for a reason, because either they want to get something in return better than just a third round compensation pick.
Mhm.
Remember, these compensation picks are at the end of the third round, so they're basically fourth round picks. They're called third round picks, but come on, it's after everyone's picked in the third round, not from the compensation pick. It's really the pre fourth round pick. I mean, it's not a third round.
Third
pick.
and a half.
Yeah, it's third and a half. Thank you. But if they can get a second rounder, and look, remember, if you depending on the franchise tag they put on him, we don't know which they're putting on him. If they put the big franchise tag, that comes with a 2 first-round pick haul. If they do the other franchise tag, which is a transitional tag, that's the compensation picks. And it's a lot, now they have the right of first refusal to resign or whatever it is. So, I mean, we don't even know which franchise tag they're putting on them yet of the two. We'll have to wait and see. But, I mean, I think part of that gambit by saying this is, first off, now we're all talking about Kyle Pitts this morning, whereas we probably wouldn't be otherwise. Secondly, they're getting some kind of good compensation if he walks out the door, and if they're not going to be putting the emphasis on the tight end position like you guys all think they should, and I don't disagree with, right? But now the bigger point is Ian Cunningham is creating revenue in terms of draft capital for his club.
That's how
Oh, good.
that's how bad fucking Kyle Pitts has been misused. The only news we're talking about him is this situation, not his career.
Oh, no, I agree with you. I agree with you.
I just want to throw two things out there real quick. One, before they even get that tag on him, if I'm Houston's GM, I'm on the phone like right now, dude. Like, hey, will you take a
Yeah.
second for him right now? Because I really think he could help Houston. And number
Well-
two, Ken, from your days in the military, I'm sure you know some tier 1 guys. I think it's time to go ahead and run a rescue mission for Kyle Pitts, dude. Like,
Delta
time to
Force.
kick-
Get the
No.
Delta Force in there.
it's time to breach the doors. Fucking
Get Chuck Norris in there.
get Chuck Norris in there. We need to get him out of there, dude. Like, the man's been held hostage enough,
Chuck
dude.
Norris,
Like,
Delta Force.
I mean, look at Kyle Pitts is interesting, but and I started this out by saying the value of this tag makes a guy like Cole Kmet look like a bargain at $10 million now. For as productive as Cole Kmet is on this Bears team, not only as a receiver, but as a blocker and all the other things he does, it makes a guy like Cole Kmet look like a bargain. It makes Musgrave look like a bargain. It makes Laporta actually look somewhat like a bargain. I mean, the tight end market just kind of got stupid in some ways. I mean, it makes some of these tight ends that we bitch about. They could be a cap casualty because he's a $10 million price tag. That's like saying DeAndre Swift could be a cap casualty because he's an $8 million price tag as a running back. And
You know what makes
you look what these guys are looking now with these cap numbers with the tags. It makes those guys look like a bargain.
You know what makes Pitts make a job a little bit harder too is the fact that they're using Bijan Robinson in the passing game, Noir. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like limits what Pitts is, what plays are going to Pitts, what plays are going to Drake London, what plays are going to Bijan. You know what I mean? And on top of that, Algier needs to get his touches.
which is
and Mooney,
exactly
like you
why I
said.
don't think it
Yeah.
makes any. This is exactly why I don't think it makes sense for Atlanta to franchise tag him. Like,
Yeah.
you've never gotten the production out of him that you wanted, and it's your fault. But now you're going to go and make this guy the highest paid tight end in the league for a year. For what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they're leveraging for something.
it doesn't make sense
Here's
to
the
me.
question.
Like,
Let me slide to our tight end because I said this and we all kind of blew past it. But Zach Ertz, free agent, is coming back. Right? He's 35, looking to play again after the ACL injury. Should be ready by week 1, they're saying. That dude is highly productive.
He's
Yeah.
really good.
So
yes.
what kind of money is Zach Ertz going to command?
I don't know, but
I mean,
if I'm a team, I give them a 1 or a 2 year deal because
It's a one. Yeah, I agree. It's probably a 2-year deal with the second year being a mutual void year or something like that, right? Or it's a 2-year deal where all the guaranteed money is in year 1, basically, right? I mean,
Yep.
it's not going to be earth shattering, but dude, like Zach Ertz, smart dude. Like he sees
He's
that.
still productive.
He's super productive, and Pitts is getting tagged for 18 mil. He's like, I can get 12 mil.
Ken, that's exactly what I was thinking. 10 to 12 million.
Yeah, like
Okay,
I thought his.
I'd give him in that range and not feel one bit bad about it.
No,
Yeah,
Zach Ertz,
I thought-
smart.
Good.
Hmm?
Mhm.
Good, Isaac.
Oh, I was gonna say I thought his career is like still pretty good. Like you know what surprises me even more about Zach Ertz, like as his career is dwindling down, he still has great hands.
Mhm.
Like you saw that without the
why,
season. You know what I mean?
why, Isaac? Because he's got Woody's ex-girlfriend as his wife. That's why.
Ah, shit. Maybe that's what it is. Damn,
Damn.
Woody. But no, I'm just saying, like he's still got great hands. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what you want out of like a veteran tight end type of thing. You know what I mean? Like if you want to sign somebody, you know, maybe a quick fix at tight end and not kind of avoid that area in the draft, look at Zach Ertz, you know?
Yeah, but
Yenzer, don't you have enough fucking tight ends over there already?
with
Are you
I
trying
know,
to field an offense of nothing but tight ends?
the thing
Well-
with Ertz though, that if I was a team looking to sign him, I would have like performance escalators or like basically like
Sure.
I would offer him up to 12 million, but it's like you got to play 75% of the snaps to make that 12 million,
Yeah, I mean,
or you got to play, you know.
you probably give him like 8 of it guaranteed, and then like 4 million in escalators.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm hedging my bets that way if I'm
Yeah.
a team though.
If you make this many receptions, we'll pay your jock tax.
Well, and you know, with Ertz, I mean, just having him in the building is a plus for you, right? I mean, just because of his knowledge and everything else.
Yeah, he's a
If you have some
coach.
young tight ends, he's a plus for you any way you look at it. You know, I mean, Ertz is one of those guys who'd be a plus. Maybe Kyle Pitts can dress up like Catwoman. You can go,
I was gonna
Oh
say, can
God!
anybody explain to me what in the fuck I just read?
Just like
Actually,
I-
oh god,
if Houston's
that was
not
a
able
horrible
to,
joke.
if Houston's not able to get Kyle Pitts, Zach Ertz would be another good option.
Wait,
Yeah.
don't they have Dalton Schultz?
I
I
mean,
think they do have Schultz, right?
yeah, but is he really helping all that much? Like, look at the way that offense has struggled. Like,
Yeah, but that's I think because of how bad that offensive line is.
I agree.
We might just be interchanging pieces over here doing
Let
that.
me go a step further. Look at the Bears. You got Colson Loveland and Cole Kmet, a dual tight end threat. We see how that works. Green Bay has a dual tight end threat when they're both healthy.
Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna say kind of.
But you look at if you're a team like Houston, I mean, you have been able to go the two tight end set with that quarterback and the potency that offense could have. I mean, that's pretty appealing. Look at even if you're the Raiders. What about the Pitts going to the Raiders? They got money. Could you imagine Brock Bowers? They have two generational tight ends on the same roster. Wait a minute. How's that happen?
Raiders.
But anywho, I mean, think about it. That gives you so much more depth at that position where it's like, crap, you can do some things. So just because, well, you know, they have a guy there already. And the Bears had Cole Kmet. They went and got Colson Loveland, and look how that's working for the Bears really well.
God,
So,
could you imagine that?
Two really good tight
Could you
ends.
imagine Kyle Pitts on the Raiders? Like, you have to decide:
Dude.
are you going to cover Bowers or are you going to cover Pitts? Either way, one of them is going to be open, dude.
And
Like,
think about it. If you're the Raiders and you can't get that receiver you're looking for, what a great it's a great Band-Aid.
yeah, who
Now
needs a
you can
fucking
have-
receiver if you got?
I
Pitts and
was
Bowers?
gonna say Band-Aid. That sounds like a whole offense to me.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, though. It's like now you don't have to worry about. You can just develop your receivers you drafted, and if you don't get the free agent you want, or there isn't a free or a trade, to get, now you've got. I mean, geez, I mean, that kind of fixes that offense in some ways a lot. I mean, you may not have the deep threat. Well, you just go draft the fastest guy in the. You draft the fastest receiver in the draft. There's your deep threat. Now you throw out this.
Even if the guy has shit hands, you
Yeah,
just want
I mean-
just want somebody to kind of be a decoy.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean,
And shit, honestly, you could use Kyle Pitts as the deep threat because some of the shit that I've seen him do in Atlanta, he can sure serve as
well,
it.
then Bowers can
Yeah.
too. I mean, let's be honest. But I mean, think about it. If you're the Raiders, I don't have to go make a Max Crosby trade to get a DJ Moore receiver. Just throwing it out there because now I got Kyle Pitts. They're not making that trade to get the receiver, or now maybe my compensation. I'm not looking for a receiver. I'm looking for another piece of need that I can get, offensive lineman, something like that, whatever. I mean, dude. I mean, so him going to the Texans, well, there you have a guy, and you can
If
have
he-
two.
If he plays
Yeah.
another season, if he plays another season with fucking Atlanta, you know what I mean, which is probably where it's headed going right now, is fucking, I would fire my agent in a heartbeat if he ain't finding me a way off that team. If I'm not having the production that I'm fucking certainly fucking projected
Shit,
to have,
I'm going on social media every
Yeah.
day and talking shit about every single person in that facility till they kick me out.
Oh, I
So-
talk shit on Artie Blanks.
It makes you wonder. It makes you
let
wonder.
me
Like,
do this really quick. Hold on, Jill. Before we go any further on this, let me explain. Let me break down what these franchise tags are again, real quick, so we all are on the same level. Because I think when people hear franchise tag, they automatically say it's the exclusive franchise. The player can't negotiate with other teams, right? It has to be the top 5 salaries, which is a 17.8 mil, right? Except now, there's 3 types. You have the non-exclusive franchise tag, which is the most common. Yet this is the one we talk about the least. It's the most common. The player can negotiate with other teams. The original team has the right to match any offer or receive 2 first-round draft picks if they decline. So we always talk about the draft picks, and those 2 first-round draft picks can be negotiated. Then you got the exclusive. where the player can't negotiate with anyone else and sign it or don't play, period. Right? But that's the most expensive because it's based on the top 5 salaries at the position or 120% of the years of their previous salary. And then you get the transition, which is the cheapest of the 3. Right? The player can negotiate with other teams, but the original team has the right of first refusal. If they decline to match, no compensation is received. All right, those are the 3 types of tags. We don't know which type of tag he's going to get. Most likely, the non-exclusive because it's cheaper, and then there's negotiating room, and they're going to get something. So, to Isaac's point, if they throw up an exclusive franchise tag and you're Kyle Pitts' agent, your hands are tied, man. You can't do shit.
You got it. I mean, you got to find a way to get your client out of there. Like, I mean, and if I'm Pitts and my agent ain't doing that work, then hey, dude, bye bye.
What
I'll
more
find
can you
another
do?
agency. Yeah,
You
you know.
can't
Yeah.
negotiate with another team because now you violate NFL policies and rules.
Yeah, I mean, if you get that tag, like
He
that's
needs to,
that
he needs to
scenario.
go
If
ahead
you
and
get
call
that
Drew
tag,
Rosenhaus, dude.
right?
Drew
Or
would have him
call whoever
somewhere else
fucking
already.
call fucking one of Howie Roseman's fucking hedge fund, I mean, agents and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah. I mean, Pitt's like this has got to be his last straw. You know what I mean? Like,
It makes me honestly wonder if Pitts ends up stuck there in Atlanta, does he just pull the Barry Sanders and just retire? Because it's like at this point, it's like fuck, dude. I'm wasting. I mean, you're not wasting your time because you're making millions of dollars to play a game, but at the same time,
yeah,
it's like you want to be great and you have the
right.
potential to be great, but you're being hamstrung by this organization. Like he's already it's very unlikely that he's going to be in the Hall of Fame just because his numbers for his first 5 or 6 seasons are not there yet, dude. So
Right.
just to be able to even like get close to being a Hall of Famer, he's going to have to over the last 5, 6, 7 years of his career, he's going to have 1,700 yards a season, dude. Like it's
then,
just
like-
not feasible, right? Like,
I don't
it's
know.
just-
If somebody actually used him, he might get maybe not the 16, 17, but I could see him in the 12, 15 if you make him the focal point of an offense with the talent he's got.
mhm.
Yeah, but you got to understand these players. Like, not only are they chasing money, yeah, they're not only chasing money. Oh, go ahead. Ken?
He is represented by Athletes First, which is David Mulugata and Andre Odom. Those are his current agents. Yeah, right now.
But like to Joe's point,
I mean-
like fucking, not only are they motivated by money, they're motivated by legacy and how they're looked at and their competitive nature. You know what I mean? Like you got to be a competitive motherfucker to play football. You know what I mean? So like for him to just, yeah, you know, the money's there, but at the same time, they want to cement themselves as a legitimate football player.
At the end of the day, Kyle Pitts doesn't have that many options. Though it comes down to he has 3 options depending on the tag. If it's a tag where they can negotiate, sure. But at the end of the day, look, for the Falcons, this is very simple. Either we're going to retain them, and maybe they have plans to better use them, which we don't know because we can't base it off of anything yet. There's a new regime there. But if it's the other, now they're going to get some good compensation for them. If it's the tag, if they put the non-exclusive tag on them, Ian Cunningham, their new GM, has just created draft capital out of nothing. They could have let him walk and say, "Yeah, we're not going to use him. Let him walk in free agency and get nothing." Now they're going to get something. Or Pitts just says, "I'm not going to sign." Okay, cool, sit out. Which hurts them even more.
There's also another option
by Atlanta.
There's also another option, which is Kyle Pitts can play this year on the tag, right? And then knowing that next year, if they want to, because they only have one more year of the tag at that point, and it's going to be super expensive. So are they going to be willing to commit 25 million instead of 17 million? Like if I'm Kyle Pitts, I'm like, okay, the odds are I'm probably going to play in Atlanta this year, but next year,
that's all part of Ian Cunningham's math, though. Like, look, if he signs on the tag this year and has a great year, he's got to re-sign him next year.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, that's what I'm saying with this Kyle Pitts thing. I mean, everything you guys say, oh, they didn't use. Yeah, you're right. But we don't know what the new team, what the new management so to speak, is going to do. And for Ian Cunningham, worst case scenario in terms of this year, it's either he pays for a very good tight end that they're going to use on this roster, or he's creating draft capital in a trade situation and getting other pieces for his team. So if you're looking at Ian Cunningham's position, he's setting himself up for success one way or the other. And if he retains him and the coaching staff doesn't use him, he's got some leverage on the coaching staff.
But there's also a third option to that.
GM, it's a good move.
Yeah, but there's also a third option to that, which is they pay him the franchise tag money, and then they continue to not use him, and he languishes in Atlanta for another year.
Well,
and if I was a betting man,
but that's what I just said. Now Ian Cunningham has leverage on this coaching staff when they say, "Well, we really want." Well, wait, you really want Kyle Pitts? I gave you Kyle Pitts. You did nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get we want to doom and gloom worst case scenario for Kyle Pitts isn't going to get used, blah blah blah, but we don't know. But for Ian Cunningham, it's all calculated math. This is a calculated math problem for him. And he's either going to have a stud tight end that's going to do big things this year, or he's generating capital.
I mean, obviously they're leveraging him. You know what I mean? They're leveraging him for some type of move. But, like, I don't know what move is making feasible. Like I mean, what Joe kind of alluded to is, like, they're paying him a bunch of money, and then now a team has to come in and kind of match that. It's like, if you're a team, like, that's trying to build up cap space, you're like, nah, I don't want to make that move. You know what I mean?
Now, Joe, I want to give you a ray of sunshine, Joe. Okay, Eric DeCosta said that they will not tag Linderbaum at all. They're offering this massive money, and there's a mutual desire for him to stay there. So your hope right now, Joe, is that they somehow don't get it done during the exclusive period, and Mark Davis can, swoop in with a few hundred brick trucks, and sign him. I just want to give you that ray of hope.
The odds are that he's probably going to sign it, but I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're Tyler Linderbaum, right, and your first contract just ended, you have a chance to have a market-topping contract, and the Ravens have just offered you that. However, there are teams out there that are probably willing to spend more. Are you not going to wait and say, I just want to hear another offer? Like, I'm not saying I'm going to take it, but I just want to know, like, because he could be potentially leaving another $20 million on the table. Like, and $20 million is not chump change, dude. So if I'm Tyler Linderbaum, I'm like, okay, you made me this offer. That's great. Can I hear another offer before I decide? Like,
Ivan.
Jalisco Chargers.
The cartels will want a piece of that.
To be honest, with
you got to pay them jock tax.
You know what though? Ivan makes a good comment in a weird way here. What is the stuff that's going on with Puerto Vallarta right now? How does that impact the Mexico City game this year? If you're the NFL,
I think they should move it.
I mean, if you're the NFL and you turn on TV and you see all this going on, and the Mexican government saying, "Well, we can't retaliate," for whatever reason, the Mexican government's like, "We're not going to retaliate against the cartel." Okay, which is interesting because like the tourist zones were always the no-fly zones for the cartels. That they understood that if we go into the tourist zones like Cozumel, Cancun, and Puerto Vallarta, and we start doing what they're doing right now, that there'd be hell to pay. But now the Mexican government said, "Well, we were bluffing. We're not going to do anything." Now, if you're Roger Goodell, you're going, well, I got 2 NFL franchises. We're going to Mexico City. Do I send them there?
I would.
Shit, if
Yeah,
you
we
do,
talked
you
about
gotta
that
send.
already, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you gotta send a paramilitary group with them.
I mean,
I didn't see that Spytech had said that Max won't be traded. Is that legit?
Yeah.
I guess I don't.
It makes me feel great.
I mean, so staying on the topic here because I know JB likes to come in late and throw new topics at us. JB, but no, look, they haven't officially announced the game in Mexico City yet. right? They've only announced the game in Germany so far, right? If
Yeah.
you're the NFL, do you seriously consider moving this game to a different
Yes.
location?
I
Yeah.
think you have to. It's
Yeah,
dangerous.
I think right now, yeah, it's not the best time to
So
have
where do
any
you
game.
put it? You take the Mexico City game. Where do you put it?
Anywhere
but
that's not
Mexico?
Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean, no, but I mean, look, you've got the 2 games in London. You've got the
Throw that
Germany
shit in
game.
New Mexico.
Do you go? Do you move it to maybe? Do you do another game in Ireland? Do you
Yeah.
move it to Europe?
Anywhere that isn't Mexico, because
Yeah.
not only are you playing with the player safety and all that, but if something happens, you are causing an international incident.
You know what would be pretty cool if they put a game in Tokyo.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, but now you're talking international dateline. You want to talk about travel. Oh my God, that would be
God,
cool.
it's like a day in
It would be
advance.
cool because I think if they're planning on putting one in Australia, which is even worse with time. I mean, that's not a bad idea, Joe. I think eventually they're going to go to Asia. You know, I was thinking, I was like, does Puerto Rico have a stadium that can handle it? I'd love to see a game in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
What a treat for the fans in Puerto Rico. You know, I mean, is there a place you could put in the Caribbean, maybe even? But could you imagine the weather though? Like if it's an early in the season game, man, these guys are going to die. Yeah, right. Middle of hurricane. Yeah, that's Puerto Rico. Is like they got a game in November, right smack dab in hurricane season. Great.
Throw it where those Spanish pyramids are at. And they can throw a game right there with that in the background.
That pay a little attention to, like, see what happens in Mexico, because like if you're the NFL right now, I don't know how you put a game in Mexico City with.
You're gonna have to have like full on army escorts and stuff.
But you know he won't do that because they don't like the U.S. federal government. That Roger Goodell does not like them, so he's not going to ask the U.S. federal government to intercede.
He posted all around like,
Yeah.
And hope they're not bought out so much. Worth monitoring. It does affect the NFL. Believe
One of the guys asked for an autograph. He pulls out a Sharpie. He's gonna like, man. Yeah, it's not going good right now over there.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get the big market, but I don't know if it's safe in Riyadh right now.
get some people in there who actually like corrupt for 100 fucking years, dude. Like,
there's a
100%.
simple solution. Part of our political faction would be all up in arms about it, even if Mexico did ask us to do it. But Mexico won't ask us to do it because right now they're politically aligned with the wrong side of the house, so to speak, to do that. So they're gonna have to figure it out on their own. The people there won't do it because, well, they don't have the power and the weaponry to do it. But you know what? On that last terrible take, JB is about to go live here in about 30 seconds. So thank you all for joining us this morning. Hey, we're starting to get some player news. We're going to see some tag news and stuff maybe tomorrow. So keep it here. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. JB is next. Y'all have a great morning. Thanks, everyone.